no ability for anybody who doesn't get the grant to complain.
That was leader of the Alliance for Change AFC, Nigel Hughes, last Friday. According to Mr. Barjagdio, the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party Civic, legislative oversight could result in strict recurring expenditures while limiting government flexibility during economic downturns.
You have to avoid growing recurrent expenditure at the same pace at which you grow the help to people and the infrastructure. That is something that we should not have to prove today.
Recently, the government announced a one-off cash grant of $100,000 to all eligible Guyanese at home and abroad. Mr. Jagdio, however, said in order for Guyanese living outside of Guyana to benefit, they must be in the country during the distribution exercise. Nigel Hughes, an attorney at law and leader of the Alliance for Change, retorted that in the absence of a legislative framework for the cash grant distribution, the likelihood of disenfranchisement is likely to occur.
We already have heard of awful stories of discrimination, allegations of discrimination, allegations that unless you are a party affiliate, you don't get grants.
Hughes recalled that in order to ensure transparency in the cash distribution process, a legislative framework is necessary.
The position of the Alliance for Change is and has always been that the disbursement of cash grants to the citizens or parts of the citizenry of Guyana must be governed by a legislative framework that doesn't fix the number, i.e. 100,000, 5,000 US, does not fix the number that any citizen or part of the citizenry should receive.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
The current electoral system in Guyana is in dire need of urgent reform. This is the position of attorney at law and Alliance for Change leader Nigel Hughes. Here again is Antonio Day.
Because if we cannot even manage the process by which we identify those who will govern us for the next cycle, then it means that we are always going to be in a state of perpetual crisis.
That was attorney at law and leader of the Alliance for Change, Nigel Hughes, during a press briefing. The APNU AFC parliamentary opposition has been in a relentless push for the use of biometrics at polling stations, electronic voting, and a new voters list. But the government appears disinterested in pursuing these measures.
If we continue to have results that are not accepted across the board, we will create, unfortunately, the incentives for substantial parts of this country to disrupt the good governance of the country over the cycle of elections.
Hughes cautioned that there will be a general lack of trust in the electoral process, which may lead to additional acts of disturbance on a local level. The AFC leader recalled that Mr. Jagdio, while in opposition, also pushed for the revision of the National Register of Registrants data, known as NRRD.
We need to make sure that the list is cleaned up so that the abuse that we had, where when you had sympathetic presiding officers to the opposition, allowing people who should not have voted to vote. We need enhanced biometric.
Additionally, Mr. Hughes urged the international community to pay attention to the problems overwhelming Guyana's electoral system that must be immediately addressed.
And I say to our international friends, the Americans, the British, the Canadians, the Europeans, the Caribbean states, and everybody else, that you issue a report after the 2020 disaster in which you said there should be a new list. We need a credible election. You know from your experience in other parts of this world that where there are difficulties with lists, that you're building the foundations, if you haven't constructed them already, for difficulties.
Antonio Day reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Meanwhile, the Working People's Alliance also called for a brand new voters list, while also supporting the call for biometrics. This is according to the party's presidential candidate, Dr. David Hines. This story from DC Richards.
Dr. David Hines, the presidential candidate for the Working People's Alliance WPA on Monday, called for a new voters list instead of a sanitized one. Dr. Hines highlighted that this can be obtained by house-to-house visits.
Given the ruling of the courts in relation to the removal of citizens from the current list, the parties must pass legislation to facilitate this exercise.
Highlighting that the party is also in support of the call for biometrics to be introduced into the election system, contrary to what Attorney General Anil Nandlal said about the possibility of introducing these systems.
The Attorney General's recent excuse that power failure could interfere with the technology is nothing short of scandalous. In any case, WPA is informed that the technology is insulated against power failure.
They are also concerned about the charges of politicization of the Guyana Elections Commission employees as they are crucial to the electoral machinery.
The charges of hiring staff who are considered favorable to one party or the other must not be taken lightly. In this regard, WPA calls for an independent audit of the existing staff.
WPA is also in support of GCOM's Commissioner Vincent Alexander's recommendation of the future hiring process, and it should be conducted by an independent body. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
Thank you, Daisy and Antonio, for your reporting. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Oh, Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
Welcome to SNL Electrical Inc., where lighting and electrical needs are met with expertise and style. From the latest in electrical lamps to durable cables, circuit breakers, panels, we have it all. Illuminate your space with our elegant chandeliers, stunning crystal lights, and versatile pole lights. Looking to upgrade your comfort? Explore top-of-the-line AC units and our diverse selections of stylish styles. Visit us at 170-180 Thomas Street, Kitty, Georgetown. Discover a solution that not only lights up your world but transforms it. Call us on telephone number 226-3018 or 223-1634. SNL Electrical Inc., powering your life with elegance, quality, and care.
Say goodbye to germs with a free Sterling Super Soap automatic dispenser. That's right, get free equipment and installation of our touch-free dispenser. The perfect amount of soap every time ensures clean and germ-free hands. Refilling is quick and easy with 4 amazing fragrances: coconut, sunflower sunrise, pink blossom, and citrus zest. Call us on 265-7403.
Krishna Rock Establishment. No job is too small or too large. We specialize in all types of fabricating, machinery, excavator repairs, rice fill pumps, and hydraulic hoses. Visit us at Lot 113, Block CC Monrepo, East Coast, Demerara, or call 220-9624, 616-9416, or 619-7880. At Krishna Rock Establishment, no job is too small or too large.
Welcome back to the HGP Nightly News. With the police, a chopping incident on the east coast of Demerara have left police searching high and low for the suspect. The suspect could also be wanted for several other crimes. Here's more.
Police on the east coast of Demerara are searching for a man who goes by the name Cocaine after he trailed and chopped 19-year-old Shaquan Young Friday night last. Young told reporters that the incident stemmed from a friendly game of football.
So now when I was to go in and defend my goal, all of a sudden he was behind me and I mashed him because I didn't see him. So after that, started cussing, we exchanged words, and that was that.
He said after that friendly football game, the suspect became verbally abusive because Young had earlier skillfully defended his goal. The suspect then allegedly approached Young with a piece of wood. A scuffle ensued, which was eventually parted by several other football players. The suspect then allegedly trailed him while he was on his way home and attacked him with a cutlass.
So I try to close in the distance. When I try to close in the distance, I see the chap with the cutlass coming to my face. So when I barred now, catch my fingers, I start being out right away. So before, when I can remember when I go back to my bike, I just fell down, catch blackout.
The 19-year-old was eventually rushed to hospital where he was treated and sent away.
The last time I received injuries to my back, my head, and my hand, this time my fingers were almost amputated last night.
Meanwhile, the young man's mother, Keisha Young, is calling on the police to quickly apprehend her son's attacker, adding that this is not the first time the suspect attacked her son.
To be honest, I'm very much hurt. I'm very much disturbed and dissatisfied with the Guyana police force because the previous matter, nothing came out of it. And with this one, I really need justice for my child. You could walk the whole neighborhood and ask about my child. He's not a child that picks trouble. He's cool. He works.
Sources familiar with the investigation have said that police on patrol have made several efforts to locate the suspect but were unsuccessful. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
And still on the police blotter, a Berbice man has been charged with the murder of a bandit. His lawyer maintains her client acted in self-defense. Here is more.
Weeks after a teen bandit was fatally chopped in the Port Morant market after he and an accomplice had robbed a goldsmith, police in Berbice have charged a 43-year-old man with murder. Sunil Maramutu of Portuguese Quarter, Port Morant Quarantine, appeared before Whim Magistrate Tuana Hardy, charged with the murder of 18-year-old Pernand Pertab from Hampshire Quarantine. He was not required to enter a plea. The police case against the 43-year-old man is that on October 26, 2024, he murdered 18-year-old Pernand Pertab. He was represented by attorney-at-law Lakshmi Rahamat, who told the court that her client acted in self-defense. The attorney related to the magistrate that she intends to write the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions to have the charge of murder reviewed. Detectives in Berbice have reported that Pertab and his accomplice pounced on the businessman while he was attending to customers and robbed the businessman of jewelry. An alarm was raised and Pertab was confronted by several persons in the market who managed to disarm him, take away the bag and hand it over to the police. All items stolen by the bandits were recovered and accounted for. Subsequently, Pertab sustained several chop wounds. He was rushed to the hospital where he died. His accomplice escaped. His mother, Arona Archer, in a recent interview told Nightly News that her son's life could have been spared.
When they did what they did to he on the ground, when they chopped he up, he had not a pin on he. He dropped everything and he run. He asked them to carry he to the station. And instead of them carry to the station, my son gave up. My son, he gave up to them.
The accused man was eventually remanded to jail and he will reappear in court on November 29, 2024. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Now for a developing story, emergency repairs on the Stanley Tongue Bridge located on the west bank of Demerara are completed and the traffic flow resumed to normalcy. Carice Gonzalez will tell you more.
Emergency repairs on the Stanley Tongue Bridge on the west bank of Demerara commenced over the weekend, and Minister of Public Works Warren Edgell, who was present during the repairs, emphasized the urgency of the situation.
This bridge had totally collapsed and damaged the sluice, popularly known as the coker. We would not have only been dealing with a bridge, but we would have been dealing with flooding, loss of crop, homes being inundated, and it would have been a tremendous difficulty.
The bridge is vital for commuters traveling between canals number 2 Polar and the Wales Potential area, as well as those heading north towards Reading Hooper Georgetown. To facilitate the construction, unauthorized structures and government land have been removed, while vendors were also relocated. Minister Edgell assured that once the repairs are completed, similar issues should not arise again, noting the structure's role as a key transport hub for materials along the West Bank corridor.
The steel fabrication that you're seeing is going to be resting on the abutments from end to end. So that steel will span the entire bridge. So the weight will no longer be on the bridge.
Potential Toflat NDC Chairman Mark Han, in an interview with reporters, expressed appreciation for the cooperation shown by residents who understands the importance of the emergency works.
So everybody's on board. I must say I want to thank the Minister, Wanajel of Public Works. His presence every night. Since this operation started, he always makes some time to be here.
I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Thank you, Carice. Stay with us. There is more news ahead.
Planning a cleanup? We can help. Sevon's Waste Management skip bins can be provided for home renovation projects, yard cleanup, or construction project. It's simple. Step 1, give us a call. Step 2, we put down the bin. Step 3, load it up with all of your junk. Step 4, we take it away. That's simple. Bins are also available in various sizes, so there is no job that is too big or too small. Call Sevon's Waste Management today at 218-1455.
Tropic Construction Solutions, we pride ourselves on being one of the leading distributors of high-quality woven and non-woven geotextile fabric, geotextile tubes, and geogrids for over 15 years in Guyana. We supply reflective vests, sleeves, quality hard hats, and more for your construction needs. We are located in number 2 Village, East Coast Berbice, 1 minute from Palmyra. Our distribution mechanism enables us to offer delivery across the city of Georgetown. Contact us at +5926 284 077 or visit our website at www.tc.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Oh, yeah. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
You're watching the HGP Nightly News. Welcome back. Japan has not only offered technological advancements, but innovative solutions for CARICOM's water management goals. So says Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell, as Guyana hosts Japan CARICOM Friendship Year event on Monday. Daisy Richards reports.
On Monday, the Japan CARICOM Friendship Event 2024 was held at the Marriott Hotel. Minister of Housing and Water Colin Crowell, in his remarks, highlighted that Japan has not only offered technological advancements to CARICOM's water management goals, but has also offered innovative solutions.
Our shared initiatives have emphasized the protection and sustainable use of water resources, climate resilience, and efficient delivery of water services.
He added that the 50-year friendship between the two countries and the contributions that Japan has made are essential for both immediate needs and long-term development in water management.
But Japan's technological expertise has empowered Caribbean nations to strengthen their water resource management practices. It has enhanced our disaster resilience.
Crowell highlighted that the CARICOM nations and Japan have been working relentlessly to foster resilient ecosystems that support sustainable water supplies. Meanwhile, the Japanese ambassador said that the water is extremely important to the government of Japan, and as such, it cannot be understated.
In recent years, we have committed to securing clean and safe drinking water, as well as flood mitigation in Caribbean region.
The ambassador added that water is not just a resource, but it is also fundamental to sustaining life and shape society. He announced that an expo will be held in 2025 to further strengthen ties and will showcase the designs of future societies. For HGP Nightly News, I am Daisy Richards.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry has issued a strong warning about rampant non-compliance among retailers and the supermarkets in Guyana, highlighting serious concerns over product safety and labor law violations. Carice Gonzalez will tell you more.
The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry, GCCI, has expressed serious concerns regarding the widespread non-compliance with laws and regulations among retailers and supermarkets in Guyana. The Chamber highlights particular issues related to the quality and standards of goods, as well as violations of labor and tax laws. In a statement, the Chamber said, quote, "There has been an alarming increase in the presence of counterfeit, expired, and inappropriately labeled goods in the market, which are not only clear violations of lawful standards, but also a health hazard to consumers." The Chamber is issuing a call to the Bureau of Standards and the Government Analyst Food and Drug Department to ensure that an investigation is conducted and any product that is not within the guidelines be removed from the shelves and prohibited for sale, end quote. Additionally, the GCCI is calling on the Customs, Excise and Trade Operations of the Guyana Revenue Authority to enforce regulatory requirements for imported goods. The Chamber emphasizes the necessity for strict adherence to taxation laws and the fair application of regulations across all businesses in the sector. Quote, notably, too, is the need for a closer examination of adherence to taxation laws by these businesses and to ensure the equal application of the rule of law for all enterprises operating in this industry, end quote. GCCI is also advocating for respect for labor laws, urging the Ministry of Labor to ensure compliance with the Labor Act and the Occupational Health and Safety Act. The Georgetown Chamber of Commerce and Industry reaffirmed its commitment to supporting the government's investigating into non-compliant businesses and holding violators accountable. However, calls were made to the Bureau's Public Relations Department, but they were unable to offer any comment on the matter. I am Carice Gonzalez reporting for the HGP Nightly News.
Stay tuned for regional news.
Make home yours every day with Courts. Everything you want. Make home yours anytime with Courts. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, oh, oh. Get value for your money. Ooh, oh, oh. Courts have the best quality. Home is what you make it. Best prices and good credit. Courts have it all. Home is what you make it. Top brands, you're sure to get it all. Courts have it all.
Courts has what you need to make home yours. You can get it all with easy payment plans using Courts Ready Finance. Courts, make home yours.
East Coast get ready. Saturday, November 9th, Julius Place on Nobacalus Public Road. Gonna be lit when Chrissy's Beauty Haven preserve their first anniversary brunch and glow neon color edition. Show and jam live in the place. It's gonna be the queen of those ass out of TNT. Lady Lava.
Outside with my girls this summer. Yo, you don't know it's Lady Lava and it's all about Chrissy Beauty Haven. First anniversary, we're doing it in neon colors, brunch style. Right? Julius Palace, the 9th of November, people Lady Lava coming and perform live. Nabakalis, now good again.
Yeah, she gonna done the place.
Right now I'm in SF mood here.
Warrior's Choice, DJ Pepper Feeling and DJ Maga. New Money Entertainment and Entertainment Jammer. It's gonna turn it up. Session kicks off at 6 p.m. and admission's just $5,000. There'll be giveaways by Lady P Nails Salon and Spa, Korean Classic Couture, Chicken King, Legal Entertainment, Lace and Bundles by Jasmine, Tunes Barber Studio, Luxury Wings by Trey, Wax Perfectly Waxed, Queen Fiona's Fashion Diary, Slayed by Val, Hair Makeup Slay, Quail's Exotic Decor and Design, Chrissy's Beauty Haven, and Lady G Auto Sales. Saturday, November 9th, Nabacalus comes alive with Lady Lava. Yeah,
I'm suffering the consequences of having a good job.
This is Offshore Diaries.
Good evening, I'm Daisy Richards and welcome to Monday's edition of the Regional News. In news from Haiti, Haitian authorities have confirmed their intent to maintain February 7, 2026 as a target date for the inauguration of a newly elected president. This is according to the Organization of American States, OAS, and the Venice Commission of the Council of Europe. The Washington-based OAS said it continues its work to assist Haiti in developing the, quote, enabling legal framework, unquote, for its next general elections in collaboration with the European Commission for Democracy Through Law, known as the Venice Commission. The Venice Commission is the Council of Europe's advisory body on constitutional matters. The OAS and the Venice Commission said the Haitian Steering Committee plans to launch a national consultation on constitutional reform beginning November 7, 2024, with a draft constitution anticipated by the end of December. This draft is expected to be presented to the Haitian public ahead of a referendum planned for 2025. Conclusions from these discussions will be made available next week. The Venice Commission is scheduled to issue its final opinion in December 2024 on potential constitutional and legislative solutions for Haiti's electoral processes. In the Twin Island Republic, an Islamic scholar has made a call for the implementation of Sharia law to solve the crime problem in the Twin Island Republic. Abrar Ali, the principal of Al-Ihsan School and chairman of the Al-Ihsan Institute, argued that the Islamic legal system of Sharia law serves as a powerful mechanism to reduce criminal activities, uphold social justice, and curb moral decline. Ali said the legal system is so powerful that merely having it codified in law acts as a deterrent. When asked how Sharia law could be implemented in societies with flawed and inefficient justice systems, Ali said that unlike the common law judicial system, the Islamic system is very rigorous, drawing on examples from Saudi Arabia and the other Arabic countries that have implemented Sharia law. Ali said that although the law may seem punitive and harsh, it ultimately serves as a form of justice. However, the Nation of Islam and head of the Education Department School of Business, UWI Rotec, Brother David Mohammed, countered, there is no universal Sharia law in Islam. Mohammed cautioned against taking the legal system from another region or country and applying it wholesale to communities and societies unless there is a cultural identification similarity between communities and societies. He said the social concerns in Arab countries differ significantly from those in Caribbean societies. Mohammed listed several prevailing issues in Caribbean communities, including gun violence, drug trafficking, gang activity, high school dropout rates, lack of education, and a significant recidivism rate among the prison population. He said addressing these critical social concerns should take precedence before considering the implementation of the 4 applications of Sharia law. And internationally, angry residents booed and threw eggs at Spain's King Felipe and Queen Letizia as they visited the Valencia region, where more than 200 people have died in devastating floods. The king faced chants of murderer as he visited hard-hit Porta, just outside of Valencia City, along with Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez and Regional Governor Carlos Mazon, where locals accused authorities of a lax response to the disaster. After posing for a photo, a crowd began hurling insults at the king, Mazon, and Sanchez. The crowd surged forwards as security opened umbrellas to try and protect them from projectiles. Confronted by one resident, Felipe remained calm and lowered his umbrella to listen to him as police struggled to control those gathered. Queen Letizia also spoke with furious residents and seemed visibly shaken, holding her head in her hands. The royal family's social media channel released a video in the aftermath of the protest showing the king and queen embracing distraught residents. It is unusual for a Spanish king to face such fierce anger up close. Felipe is a relatively popular figure who ascended the throne after the abdication of his father. At least 214 people are now confirmed dead from the floods, and the toll may climb higher. Among the latest victims was a 70-year-old woman whose body was found more than 12 kilometers, 7 miles from her house. The slow and uncoordinated response to the crisis has infuriated many in Valencia. Text alerts came hours after warnings of flood from the Weather Service. On Saturday, Sanchez ordered 5,000 more troops to help with the salvage efforts in flooded areas, while calling the storm the worst natural disaster in the country's history. Part of the problem has been political, since Mazon and Sanchez are from different parties, and under Spain's political system, Spain's federal government cannot release emergency funds and resources without the authorization from a regional government. That didn't happen until Saturday, 4 days after the floods hit. The thousands of volunteers, meanwhile, have answered the government's calls for help to clear flood debris. Authorities seem unprepared and overwhelmed, quickly running out of supplies and scrambling to find more buses to transport police. Thank you for watching. Do have a productive week. Until next time.
Discrimination and the imbalance looms in the absence of legislative framework for cash grant distribution. Attorney at law and leader of the AFC, Nigel Hughes, warns 19-year-old chopped after football game, police searching for cocaine, and supermarket shelves must have quality products. GCCI warns errant businesses. Those are our major headlines. For these stories and more, please go to our website. It's www.hgptv.com. I'm Travis Chase. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.